Why is Chrome starting as brand new? Where are my tabs? Why are you gay? Zek Zen bro. Alright, welcome to another live stream. This is your host, Trade with Tayyib. Let's go ahead and remove. So, when you come to a chart, let me see. Let's think about a hook. Let me show you how to create a bias by looking at a chart and seeing what direction it should go in. That could be one. And what else? Alright, so this is daily gold live. Let me show you how you can look at something like this and start a bias, form a bias. Let's see. So this is daily gold. This is live chart. So this is live chart of gold daily time frame. Let me show you when you're looking at something like this how you can form a bias. We're going to start out by removing all of these drawings. I'm going to take a look at on the left hand side. This is daily time frame like I mentioned earlier. I have seen that price has come down to the area where previously it rejected from. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to lower time frames and see what is happening if I can find a little bit more information on where the price should be headed in the New York session, because that is the session that I'm going to be trading. So you want to identify the session that you are trading in. If it's London, Asian, New York, because when the move happens, you want to make sure that there's volume and the session brings volume, right? So let me go ahead and identify on a 1 hour time frame where the resistance currently is. So I'm going to remove this line and I'm going to just form this resistance, create this, identify this resistance right here. And I'm going to identify support somewhere around here. Like, right, so I'm going to go into 30-minute time frame. So the reason why I'm going to lower time frames is to identify a little bit clearer, is to, form a clearer picture to make sure that I can take a trade, and once I do that, I'm not in a range. I'm taking a trade with volume. So I'm gonna go into 15-minute time frame. I think 15-minute looks a bit choppy, right? 30-minute looks like we have formed resistance right around here, and we have formed support right around here. So if price can continue to close above this area of 40.65 in 15 minutes, then there is a possibility that the price can continue to push up to this area of 40.93, which is gonna be around 100, wow, 200 pips. It's not a small area, 200 pips. So yeah, I would want to go down to 15-minute time frame to see what is happening, because this is quite a big of a range. So yeah, that's how you trade. That's how you identify your bias of the day. So I will be looking for price to continue to push up, and then if it can form some sort of resistance here, then we can continue to push down from here. That is what I'll be looking for. 4 hour time frame, only 12 minutes remaining to close. Okay, if 4 hour time frame closes the way it is right now, daily 4 hour then can continue to push down. That literally, that was the low of the 4 hour. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for this 15 minute to give me a little bit more clarity. Okay, are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Why is my camera stuck? Logi. Logi. Okay. Alright, perfect. Camera is good. I'm actually gonna bring my resistance right over here. Let's see. Waiting for form. Oh, I actually want to see what platform does Top Step use to trade? Yeah. So Top Step proprietary all-in-one futures trading platform built directly into the Top Step speed with built-in customizable risk management tool. Okay, so they have their own platform. Let's see.
In this video, I'm going to break down TopStep X. TopStep X is a new trading platform that TopStep has purpose-built for their traders, which I've recently just switched all my combines over to and am in the process of getting those funded. And I'm going to do all my prop firms for you combines. But since switching over and making more use of the DOM and the time and sales, but now that I've got TopStep X level 2 data and the time and sales, what I need, I've switched over to TopStep X. So here is here. You can add your indicators that you like. You here in TopStep, so you can on top this day. You try to trade after it liquidates and blocks you at this daily only, but the personal. One thing to note, people get this confused a lot of the time to the other account. Was preferring trading, can't. So I'm using X, which I've found to be all my trades. I'm taking 4 to 5 ticks at a time, no commission, no commission on all your trades. Quote me on that, but it is coming out really, really soon. I'm X platform.
Okay, interesting. Or on the other side, gold is moving up. Let's see what Don Vu is doing.
Take a wick at yourself a lot earlier, and maybe that could be like 41.21 or like maybe even like here at like 41.09 in those zones there. How much is that? 390. That's still quite a bit, but it's a lot less than up here, right? This is like 630 and this is only 390.
I don't know what he's doing.
It's not bad. 4123, 4123.
That's what ChatGPT told
What's up, Wicked? Might be a pample day for you. Wait, what are you in again? Space on?
England versus Costa Rica. Perfect day starts with espresso. Okay. Alright, yeah, so just waiting over here for a setup to form. Once I see clear direction in the market, then I'll go in to execute. But up until then, oh, 4 hours closing in a couple of minutes as well. Yeah, man, 4 hours close. So 4 hours closing bearish. 1 hour is closing bearish with a lot of, range on the bottom on the left hand side. So what could happen is the next candle should not break above its high. Alright, let me do this one more time. So the 4 hour closing is closing in 1 minute. It's closing red. 1 hour is closing with a lot of range to the bottom. All of this wick is going to be a range for price to continue to push down. So what I would be expecting is for a candle to continue to push down without breaking the high of its previous candle. That is something that I will be looking for. Something like this, perhaps. But it needs to close red for this to happen. So let's see how it goes. Okay, closed green. So it closed back in the range. That's tough. That is tough. I still need to wait for price to give a little bit more direction because right now there is no direction. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna continue to wait for price to form some sort of some structure in order for me to continue to to take a trade. GJ looks hella nice. GJ looks nice, bro. 1 hour time frame, 15 minute. I think I might just take a trade on GJ. The thing is, GJ is so slow. Yeah, this whole 1 hour range was 20 pips, 25 pips. Okay, we've got movement. You get it. We've got movement. Hmm. I think it has created a top wick. Oh, sorry, a bottom wick. Has created a bottom wick. It should continue to push up to 4091. Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't take this trade on uh, on a play platform of Top Step. Or would I? Well, nah. I'm tempted. The reason is because I'm looking at 5 minute time frame. I'm tempted for I was yeah, literally right here. I was trying to buy it right here because one, two, three, four. It creates a lower wick and then creates and then continues to push up. Yeah, 4 hour is bearish, man. I'm gonna wait for price to give me. I think I'm more confident in taking sells today than buys. What is the stop loss here? 50 pips, brev. 50 pips, brev. All right, so even if I take sells after the close of this candle, so let's suppose this candle closes the way it is right now. What I would anticipate for the next candle to have a top wick, so price goes up, right? And then continue to push down. That is what I will be looking for. So I wouldn't just enter right off the bat. I would wait for price to create a top wick, which means price will go up and then continue to push down. I think I'm gonna have a trade. I'm gonna execute this because the reason why I'm gonna enter a sell is because 4 hour should continue to drive from here. It has already created a top wick. One more minute. Let's see. This is if this is closing the way this is right now, this yeah, see, I told you. I told it creates a lower wick and it continues to push up. Come back down. Come back down. Yeah, no. I'm not taking a sell the way this is. But there is one thing is that the buying volume is dying down. So here's how. Can you tell on the screen if the buying volume is dying down? The reason is because, as you see, when the support was created down below, there was a lot of buying volume with this support for price to continue to push up. As the price continued to push up, each and every candle after another is starting to get smaller, smaller, smaller as we get closer to the resistance area on the left hand side. So I am waiting for price to close in a bearish direction red candle so price can continue to push down all the way at the bottom of these ranges, because on the 4-hour time frame we have a red candle that closed, and the next candle should continue to push down without breaking the high of its previous candle. Thirty-two, 32. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Now it's gonna continue to go back up, and the next candle is gonna be my trade. You get it. It's gonna be simple. This candle is gonna retrace back just a little bit, which means that 15-minute is gonna close red, which means I am gonna take a sell for price to continue down to the bottom of this range. It's simple as that, because on the left hand side you can see that green candles are becoming smaller, 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 and eventually the sellers are tired of it. They're jumped in. They're going in heavy with sells. So I'm gonna wait for this candle to close, and then once it closes, I will then look for entries to sell side. Man, chill out. God damn. Bro. Damn. Bro, hold on. Hold on. Like, why are you moving so quick? Wait a second. Damn. Alright, I'm gonna bring in this chart here. just a little bit more retracement. Like right around here, I want to do a sell limit. So basically what I did is that I placed a sell limit, meaning that if price reaches that point, that's where I will sell from, because that will be the retracement on the 15-minute time frame. And I don't think it should continue to push up from here. It should come down. So that is kind of what I'm looking at. Let's see if it even goes up to that area. This is, by the way, very difficult price action to trade in right now. Hmm. I'm still waiting for a setup to form. Still waiting. Is there a news coming up? Nope, no news. If it starts breaking its low, hmm, very weird price action, bro. All right, I've entered into a sell. Let's just see how it goes. I've entered into a sell. Very choppy price action, and let's just see. Mm, See, technically, price has created a top wick. Now it should continue to push down. There's no reason if the price is gonna continue in a bearish direction, if it's gonna continue to go down, it shouldn't break above its own low, its own high. So I'm gonna have my stop loss right around here. If I get stopped out the way this candle has not formed a bottom wick, I'm not. That will be the last trade, first and last trade of the day. Okay, I am. It's stupid. That was stupid. What kind of price action is this? This is just garbage. Nah, it is what it is. $8.22. Alright, let me log this trade. What time is it? 44, so I'd say like 40. Garbage price action. Alright, I am done for the day. I'm gonna stop streaming.